at full-on 4K 60. And so this footage, again, just brilliant. We can look at it in full speed, and it's...
I don't have any files on the camera at the moment, and you can preview them straight to your phone without taking them off of the camera in a lower quality.
Now this is a quick walking test. Yi 4K is at 4K 30 FPS with stabilization on.
Fairly similar to each other. The colors, the dynamic range on the GoPro really do put it out ahead. The Yi on the right is unnaturally purple. It looks...
Oh, you put your SD card, your micro SD card. The waterproof case is IP68 rated, and you can go to depths of 40 meters.
On Yi's screen, I can see GoPro and Sony clearly.
And that's kind of a big issue for me, especially compared to the super quick adjustments that the Hero 6 makes. Combine that with
1440 was a shooting option, since it would be a balance between having some sensor left to enable anti-shake and also
change settings and all the usual stuff, all working wonderfully well and as reliable as its predecessor. No issues there at all.
And now we're gonna check out and see how the image stabilization does.
Two framings and therefore more flexibility when editing. And second, 4K yields to a better looking and more...
Some basic slow motion. You can slow it down to 30 or 24 frames a second, so at around half the speed roughly.
Line here in Tampa, but that's what we got. So let's go take a look over here at the river and check out the University of Tampa.
Reduction. It's pretty windy out and I'm buzzing along on the trail. Audio test 1, 2.
Cams and such. For slow motion, you can actually shoot in two different ways. One via regular video mode with the high frame rate selected, or
when it comes to audio quality, they managed to make Hero 6 worse than Hero 5. Check this out.
A replaceable 1400 mAh battery and a micro SD card slot. The display is one of the key features of this camera since
for the Sony there. Now we're getting into the more vivid proprietary color modes. This is Yi color on the Yi camera. It's looks better, but again the
larger file size. Now it's basically recording a higher amount of data per second, which is a good thing. In order to accomplish
des Tests überhaupt nicht. Und naja, jetzt gibt es sie. Zwischendrin hat sie sogar ein Update bekommen und funktioniert jetzt echt gut, was man am Anfang nicht sagt.
It looks good. Next thing I want to talk about is the battery life. This camera uses the same battery as the RX100 Mark V and...
For a while now, I have to admit I am pretty impressed with the footage, but do all of the features make it worth the investment?
Yi holds up best with clarity in the shadows and even better in the highlights. And then I filmed when it was nighttime, turning on auto low light options in each case.
And here is the narrow field of view, plus the Orki lens. I will need to buy a new one because this one's broken.
At 60. If I change the resolution, it will adjust the timeline that's left. Battery percentage, of course, tells us how much battery we have left. Going into the settings,
in between the two, the Hero 6 is in the middle there. And again, this is a pre-update. And while the Sony did a better job with not